Hello everyone, my name is Gabriela and today I want to talk about a really big issue. My topic is, should people with more than one DUI lose their driver's license? So more than 3% of all licensed drivers have at one point in their driving career been arrested on a DUI charge. Out of those 3%, 75% have been repeated offenders. That means that 75% of those 3% of all the people licensed in the United States have had a DUI more than once. Sometimes it goes up to 4 times, and they're still allowed to receive their driver's license back. Most of the times, these repeated offenders continue to break the law until they end up hurting someone. When I first started college back in 2012, I was volunteering at Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which is also known as MAD. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is a group of women and men who have gone together and, they create these presentations to show people who like to drink and drive, or just people who might be prone to doing it, teenagers, anyone can really do that. They show them what happens and advises them on why not to do it. One thing that really stuck with me one time that I went to a presentation was a little girl named Maddie. She was only 3 years old, and she was in the car with her mother and her brother, and they were driving back home. Unfortunately, her mother's car was hit by a drunk driver. All 3 of them were injured, but only Maddie, she was the only one that didn't survive. So the driver who hit them, this was going to be their 3rd offense. That means that they had already had 2 offenses prior to that. He went to the courses, he took the classes, and he didn't learn anything. Because he came back, he did it again. So I personally believe that people who have had more than 2 DUIs, well, at least if you had 1, I understand, people make mistakes. We live and we learn. But if you're going on to your 2nd one, I do not believe that people should get their license back. A lot of people find this bothersome. A lot of people say, you know what, don't get me wrong, I'm all for second chances, but if you continue to do the same thing over and over again, did you ever really learn a lesson? No. I believe that drivers who think it's okay to drink and drive should not be allowed to receive a license back if they repeatedly received a DUI. So if they're going on to their 2nd DUI, I believe that they should not get their license back. I do get, they make them go to courses and teach them how to do this or not do that. But there's so many options out there now that people do not need to drink and drive. There's so many taxis. You can use a Lyft. You can do an Uber, call a family member, a friend, take a nap in your car, sleep it off in there. But don't get into the car and say, hey, I'm just buzzed, I can still drive. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. And a lot of times people don't understand, they think, oh, I can hang or I can drink a lot and I'll still be fine. It's not like that, because one thing can happen. 1 second is all it takes for you to lose control of the wheel and kill yourself or kill someone else. So many people have different options now. I feel like it's not like it was before, where there was no taxis or there was no Lyft and there was no Uber. So now if somebody does have, if they decide to drink, they should have a backup for it, have a designated driver, or have a friend, a family member pick them up, take the Uber, the Lyft. But overall, I do not believe that repeated offenders shouldn't be allowed to receive their license back. Thank you.